What's good? Welcome into Titans Today. I'm Abby Alonzo. We've got breaking coaching news. You knew it was coming. The offensive coordinator search is over. We've got all the answers for you. Hit the like button. Get this video out there. The more likes we get, the more this video gets pushed out to the Titans community. Everybody needs to know what's going on during the offseason because this is just the beginning. There's a lot more headed your way, but Jeremy Fowler leaked this earlier today. The Titans announced several coaching moves. Tim Kelly is elevated to the offensive coordinator position. Charles London hired as pass game coordinator and quarterback coach. Chris Harris hired as pass game coordinator and cornerbacks coach. London and Harris have been up for coordinator jobs this cycle. That's a lot to take in. We're going to break it all down. Make sure you subscribe. We told you that when they made these moves, we would have you. We stuck to our word. We're pushing out this video as soon as we can. We're going to talk all about it, but hit that sub button so that you can stay in the loop during this off season, so that you know what's going on with the Titans. We've got the coaching changes for you. We're going to have a lot more during the off season, so hit the sub button and stick with us. All right, let's break it down. Here we go. Take a moment to let this sink in because it's a lot. Like I said, Tim Kelly was elevated from the passing game coordinator to the offensive coordinator position. There was a lot of talk about, will it be Eric Bieniemy? Who will it be? Matt Nagy? Well, there's your answer. It's Tim Kelly. Charles London comes in. He is now the passing game coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Chris Harris, there were a lot of questions about where he would end up. There were rumors that he was going to be on the Titans staff this year. It is now true. There were questions on whether he would end up with the 49ers. Even the Texans requested to interview him for their defensive coordinator position. Not happening. Sorry, San Francisco. Sorry, Houston. We got him. Lori Locust, we talked about her yesterday. She is joining the staff. That is her official title. She is now the she is with defensive quality control, and Justin Hamilton will join her on Ryan Crow's staff for that. All right, let's break down Tim Kelly. We know him. He's been with the Titans. He was with the Titans last season. He was the passing game coordinator in 2022, but before that, he spent 8 seasons with the Houston Texans from 2014 to 2021. While he was with the Texans, these are a few things that happened. Davis Mills set a franchise record for passing yards with 2,664. He also ranked second among NFL rookies in passer rating and led all NFL quarterbacks in red zone passer rating. Wide receiver Brandon Cooks set a career high of 90 receptions. And in 2020, quarterback Deshaun Watson led the NFL in passing yards with 4,823 and yards per attempt with 8.9, while ranking second in passer rating with 112.4 and third in completion percentage with 70.2%. While he was with the Texans, the team captured 4 AFC South Division titles. So not too bad while he was with the Texans, but he's with the Titans now. Let's take a look at what these passing stats look like in this past 2022 season. Overall, Ryan Tannehill was the starter, but these are the overall Titans passing stats. A 62.5 completion percentage, 3,227 yards, 16 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Those stats are a little bit up in the air. You know that the offense struggled this season. A lot of that is due to the O-line that is literally the worst in the league right now, and they're working on making some changes to that lineup during the offseason. But this is what they had last season under Tim Kelly. Is he the right move? Was he the best decision for this team? Rand Carthen and Mike Vrabel seem to think so. They think that he can take this offense and run with it, depending on the personnel they grab during the offseason, whether it be trade or through the draft. But are you happy with Tim Kelly as the new OC? Let me know. Go down to the comment section, type H for happy. If you're mad, let us know. Type M for mad. If this is not the move that you wanted and you were holding out and hoping that the Titans brought in somebody new, unleash in the comment section. You vent if you need to, but go down and let us know. Let's talk about Charles London. He was the quarterback coach for the Falcons, 21 to 22. He was actually the running back coach for the Bears from 18 to 20, and the running back coach for the Texans from 2014 to 2017. So this past season, he worked with Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ridder, who Mariota seemed to struggle a little bit. I don't really know if that's because of London or if it's just because Marcus Mariota might just be cooked a little. He's been here for a while. So compare them. You see Desmond Ridder played the last 4 games of the season when they benched Mariota, who also had an injury. And Desmond Ridder actually didn't do too shabby in those last 4 games. He worked with Charles London and through the last 4 games of the season posted a quarterback rating of 86.4, with each game seeing a higher rating than the previous game. And as an offense, with Charles London as the quarterback coach, the Falcons ranked 10th on 3rd down and 14th in the red zone, which isn't bad. So maybe he comes in and he's working with Ryan Tannehill or Hendon Hooker maybe. I know there's a lot of Hendon Hooker fans that are also Titans fans, hoping that he ends up on this roster. Whoever's under center, maybe Charles London is the right guy to lead that quarterback to some success. And then finally, Chris Harris. Like I said at the beginning, there were some questions on whether he would end up with the Titans. He was requested to interview for the defensive coordinator spot in San Francisco. He was requested to interview for the defensive coordinator spot in Houston. He's not going there. He's sticking around in Tennessee. We weren't sure if he'd be here. He's here. He was the Commanders' defensive back coach this past season from 2022 to 2020, and before that he was the Chargers' assistant defensive back coach from 2016 to 2019. We'll take a look at the Titans, where the Titans stand right now. We touched on this earlier this week because there's been a lot of talk about the offense, but not too much talk about the defense, and there's clearly some help needed on this defense. You look at that yards allowed, or the passing yards allowed per game, and the Titans were not getting it done. They weren't doing it. They were the worst passing defense in the league, allowing 274.8 yards per game. That's got to change. Is Chris Harris going to be the guy to come in and change it? Well, take a look at Washington's stats. They had one of the best defenses for the past 3 years. Since Chris Harris has been with the Commanders, they have absolutely been a hard defense to put points up against, to gain yards, especially through the air. Let's look at it here. Total defense, they're ranked 3rd. Passing yards allowed, they're ranked 4th. That is a huge difference from what we see with the Titans right now. That maybe Chris Harris is the reason for that. You still got some personnel questions on the Titans' defensive side of things. You know, Bud Dupree and he may be cut, honestly, but there's a whole bunch of guys that could stick around, could leave. We don't know if they're the answers to the passing defense problem, but Chris Harris will absolutely be a reason for them to get better during the offseason. Points allowed, 7th. 3rd down defense is 1st. They are the best in the league, or were. And the red zone defense was 8th. So a lot of coaching hires to break down here. Again, Locust and Justin Hamilton are defensive quality control. We talked about Locust yesterday. She's got some good credentials. She could be a good help. Justin Hamilton the same. But Tim Kelly, that is my biggest question here. Tim Kelly elevated to OC. Charles London, the new passing game coordinator and quarterbacks coach. Chris Harris, the defensive passing game coordinator and cornerbacks coach. Locust and Justin Hamilton, defensive quality control. What do you think? Do you think this was a good move? Do you like this lineup? Do you like this coaching staff that was just brought on? Grade the Titans coaching hires down in the comment section, A, B, C, D, or F.